Welcome to the Penny Stock and Cryptocurrency Survival Guide. Before we get into the class itself, I want to give you a little bit of context. The class I put together several years ago, but the key thing here is that the class is about emotions and psychology. And with emotions and psychology, because we're human beings, they've always been around and they will always be around. So what you learn about has been valuable, still is valuable, and will be valuable in the future because we're humans. We're always going to have anger, greed, overconfidence, sorrow, freaking out. All those things have always been around and will always be around. And the key is when you understand those dynamics, as cruel and mean as it sounds, you can leverage those dynamics against other people. If you understand how other people are feeling, how other people are viewing different circumstances, then like I said, you can leverage that to put profit in your pocket. Yes, that sounds mean, but that's how the financial markets work. It's understanding how other people are feeling and believing and then using that to your advantage. The other note is that this course is based around penny stocks, but please realize this for you crypto traders. Anytime I say the word penny stock, you realize that you can and should replace that with a cryptocurrency. Anytime I'm talking about an exact penny stock, please realize you can and should insert in any sort of coin that you may be looking at, because the emotions and psychology is a perfect parallel between penny stocks and cryptocurrency markets. And it's a way that you need to go into surviving penny stock trading, crypto trading, or maybe you're going to do both. But you better understand how what I call the wilderness works, because if you can understand the wilderness, you're going to give yourself a way better opportunity to make money as a whole. So let's go to my desktop and let's get into the class. As I closed the previous video, plenty more case studies to come. These ones a little bit different. I'm just going to show you where you can find just an abundance of them, where it's literally, if you want, you could just overwhelm yourself in a stack of paper like this. There's just so many case studies out there that it's kind of pointless for me to go through them when I'll show you where they're at, and then you can have at it and get your fill for whatever your heart desires. So if you need some more, maybe you already believe me 100%. Okay, this is how things work. These things truly are pieces of garbage. If you need some more convincing, I am going to show you where you can go to get all the convincing that you may need. So we're going to look at three areas. If you think I'm full of crap still, then I'm going to give you three different means by which you can give yourself some more case studies, some more examples of just how penny stocks have played out. I know many have throughout the course have been, well, at the time of this filming, we don't know how it's going to fill out or how it's going to play out. Well, I'm going to show you plenty of ways where you can go back and see things from start to end, see the entire cycle play out, from literally point A to point Z. That's the point of this. So there's going to be the three places. First is going to be the SEC filings, and mainly for this, you're going to want to look at the litigation complaints. We're going to look at investorshub.com. That is basically, the mother of all the message boards, and it's just a place where you can find all sorts of stuff. And then third, we're just going to look at some technical charts. Some people just want to see a picture and that's enough for them. Some people want to really dig in, get into the nitty gritty details, and that's where 1 and 2 come into play. So the best way for this is if you just go to a search engine, this happens to be Google, and you Google SEC complaint and then penny stock, any variation should do. That's the best way to go. The reason is if you go to sec.gov, their website, there's a lot of stuff that the SEC covers outside of penny stocks. So that site is just more difficult to navigate because you just have all sorts of things that people are talking about, and it's just much more difficult. But when you go to a search engine like this, it just weeds through everything. And if you want to read about big board stocks and hedge fund managers and all that stuff, you can find all that stuff here. But because this is a penny stock course, I'm assuming you want to know about penny stock stuff. So if you just want to get more of the nitty gritty details on just the scummy side of things down here in the wilderness, SEC complaint penny stock, like I said, and then it's going to pull up results. Oh hey, look, some more. Let's click on this real quick. Who's this promoter? Stock of the week. Never heard of them. Okay. Anyways, I'll sign up for them later. Anyways. Oh, look at this. This is good promoting right here. Wait, are you sure you don't want to join? Very nice. Very nice. Get those Kool-Aid drinkers in there. Anyways, back on topic here. Have an article right there, but what you want to look for, and I'm not telling you, hopefully everyone knows how to use a search engine, but we want to see the sec.gov one. So, here's something. Click on that. Here is their website of this, and then if you were to scroll down, you can see kind of this is like a press release, gives details, and You can see here that first actions were fired on here, so or filed here. So I mean, it's literally everything's linkable, so that you can click here and then see. I mean, you can get deep. Like I said, case studies galore. Here are the complaints, the litigation releases. Let's just click on one to see. So you click on that page. So this thing is just 15 pages. Click on that one. 9 pages. Let's see what the litigation release is. Okay, so there that. All right, so that's just the news release pointing out all this stuff. So that's just one example. Let's get back to our search engine. So let's see the next one down. You can see I've actually already clicked on a couple. Let's click on one that I haven't clicked on. So it's just. So here's one. SEC charges New York-based firm and owner in penny stock scheme. Oh, okay. And then if you look over here, you can see. Hopefully, let me move this over some. Related materials, SEC complaint. There you go. This thing, I'm not sure how many pages, but this should look familiar, because if you did your optional homework on the cult play, this should look familiar. So many pages, and assuming that you've done that homework and read through that, all the details are provided within. So yeah, you get the point. I mean, just you can go down and there's all for your heart's desire. All of these, like you saw, have plenty of pages. So, if you're looking for just, if you just finished up a novel or something and you want something new to read, here you go. All sorts of stuff you can read, and you can get all the nitty-gritty details of the scummy side of things in the penny stock wilderness. The next place where you can find just plenty of case studies and all that good stuff is at investorshub.com. We will visit there in a second. Other message boards will do. I know there's other ones out there, but I mean, Investors Hub really is, they get the most post volume, they get the most traffic. So it is kind of the center of the universe in terms of penny stock message boards. So that's where we're going to go. There's two places you can, or there's two ways you can find case studies. If you just want to kind of see how certain posters act, especially the most followed, then you can do that. And then the best way to do it is you figure out what type of poster they are. You know who all the people in the penny stock wilderness are. So if you want to kind of test yourself and try to figure out who everybody may be, this is a great way to do that. And you can do that by looking at their individual posting history, which I will show you how to do. But I will be using just myself as an example. Again, not trying to cause any drama or anything like that. And then another way is just, if you want to see the true penny stock cycle, you can go to any board and start at post number 1. And some of these literally have over 100,000 posts. So that's what I mean. You could literally be there for days and days and reading. You can try to skim, but there's plenty where if you want a good drama novel, and the good thing about all these drama novels is they're all real life stories. True story, as Hollywood would say. All these are true stories. They've really happened. So grab some popcorn, grab a drink, and you can just start reading, and read to your heart's content. That's the nice thing. And then over here, when we get to the message board part, these are just some off the top of my head that just I think would make good reads. Again, they're going to be super long. AERP, this is actually the one. This was my Kool-Aid stock. That's the one that got me. So, if you want to see how that one all went down, that would be that board. And then, these other ones, EIGH, this one right here. This is another one. Remember that Kool-Aid cult stock that we talked about? This is another one that cult leader brought to his members. So that's another fascinating one if you want to see just the psychological, how a cult develops and all that stuff. EIGH, that's that board there. And then, there's just plenty of, all these ones have a story. They're just kind of the bigger ones that I remember. But again, AERP, that's the one that got me. EIGH, that was the cult one. And then SPNG is another classic. Talk about having products. These people not had sponges, and then they also had advertising. They'd buy space at baseball games and stuff. So you could be watching ESPN or something, see somebody hit a ball out to the wall, and then all of a sudden you'd see an advertising for SPNG. So it goes back to hey look, it's a real company, therefore it's a good company. Nope, turned out to be a massive just share selling scam. Yeah, they had a product, and yeah, they had advertising and all that stuff, but that's another one where if you go to the SEC website, you can read through all that in detail. So it just goes to show, I don't care how many products they have. I don't care if they're in stores. I don't care if they have advertisements that you can see, on, the walls of professional sports teams. Penny stocks are all garbage, and here's just a little bit to kind of whet your appetite in terms of, you know, going to post 1 and then reading all the way through all the drama. So this is investorshub.com. If you've never been here, this is from the free people perspective. You know, I'm a paid member, so my setup looks a little bit different, but this just assumes that you've never been here, and that because you've never been here, it's not like you have a paid account or anything. So let's just dig right in. So the first thing you'd want to come, and you know, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, this may look a little different, but the first thing you want to look for is the boards. At this point in time, they're right up here, and just click right on stocks. So here are our message boards, and this you can have, I mean, all sorts of stuff from every category, but you can see the one I already clicked on. And remember what I said about, you know, it really wasn't too hard to find examples of stuff. Look at this. The delisted companies, remember, delisted, pure garbage, 1,355. That is a lot of companies that have been delisted, so let's just click on that for the fun of it. And there you can see there, that's where I got the one example. And then over here are the posts. So if you want to get an idea of just how much of an epic kind of battle there probably was during, you know, the whole penny stock cycle, you know, that's where this is what's going to give you a clue over here, is the total number of posts. I mean, they're all going to have the same penny stock cycle, but remember back to the cycle when I said, you know, how often do those steps 6, 7, and 8 repeat themselves? You know, the ones that have a lot of posts, those steps repeat themselves over and over and over again, and you have just, you know, slugfests between the bashers and the pumpers going on just all over the time. So I mean, just looking here, I mean, I remember that one, huge scam, the diamonds one, 156. No, I don't really. I remember the ticker symbol, but I don't really remember too much of it. This one, massive scam, and look at that. And this is years old. I'm curious. So you would go to the board here, and then in order to start at post 1, you just go right here. So again, here's the board right here. Let's go to post number 1. And then there it is right there. So the first post was made on May 28th, 2006. And think about that. So May 28th, 2006. And look, there's still people posting on it as of a few days ago. What is he talking? Oh boy, stuck in the sun. Why did they think they could get away with this? Still blows my mind. So who knows what they're talking about, but I mean, that just shows literally years and years later, people are still posting on it. But anyways, let's go back here. So we want to go to post number 1. Okay, and you come down. Let's click on that, like I said. Okay, this might sound silly, but I had a dream while sleeping last night that this stock was a buy at 0.065. Well, you can read. And then all you do, you come up here, boom, next post. Read that. Next post. And it's kind of weird because you think like, okay, at this point in history, you know, on June 14th of 2006, I mean, this thing was just getting started. This cycle was just getting started, and nobody had any idea just the, you know, kind of history this one made, and history not in a good way. So just kind of fascinating. So let's go back to there. Whoops, one more. Come on. All right, this is what I get. All right, so, and then, I mean, you can just come down here. There's just all sorts of them. 115, what's that one? AURC, vaguely remember that. Let's find another, just one more huge. So some of these, you know, they really never caught on, at least in the world of the message boards. You know, some of them really caught on in the world of message boards. Ever 112 post, you know, it just, there was not much of a penny stock wilderness on the message boards for those. So you can just see going through here, I'd like to find another massive one just to see if I can. There we go. What's this one? Oh yeah, that was an yep. 203,000 posts. So I mean, talk about just the penny stock cycle in full bore. But that's how you do that. Another way to do it is, actually, I'm just going to pause the video and I'll bring us back to the home page so I don't waste your time. All right, so if you want to look for a specific one like EESO, and I like this example, and I put this example because another one of they had products, they had a warehouse, they had pictures of their warehouse, and then let's see what turns out with this one. So the first thing you're going to do is go there, type in the signal, the ticker symbol. Then you're going to come over here. We want to get to the message board, and then this here is called the I box or the information box. It's just where people put it. And then somebody had something to do here, so it looks like they put the mugshot here of the CEO. What is this? Indiana Jared. That was the guy's name. That's right. So the CEO was charged with professional gambling and money laundering, and he will stand trial in November. SEC. Okay, so this one filed a complaint against this company, and was one of 3 businesses that made nearly $7 million from. Okay, so I remember this one, but I never really followed up with it. So EESO, and they were huge. If you go through the whole history, you'll see. And actually, I'll point out a few things. I just looked below. And sorry, I know this is kind of unorganized, but I'm going off the cuff here, just going through it so you can just get kind of, remember, we're just hanging out. You're sitting right next to me and we're going through this website. But anyways, so the SEC, the Forest Rangers did end up alleging that EESO, the company, they made $7 million from selling unregistered stock. Now, at least Billy Bob went and did the proper paperwork in order to sell shares, so we have to give him credit there. But these people, they didn't file the right paperwork. They were selling unregistered stock. And yeah, and here it looks like here's the, what's this? Here's the article on it. Yep. Charged with money laundering, scheme to stand trial. So let's keep on going down and perfect. Thank you for doing that. Remember when, and that's exactly how this is. Look at this picture. Him in his warehouse, nice suit. Look, they got their product in the background. They're actually in a warehouse. Very nice. Step number 2, remember, we are real. They got to, establish that. Let's see, any other pictures? I mean, this one was famous for, just posting pictures of product. They had videos, going through the office. The CEO, he would do like videos and stuff like that. What are these? Okay, this looks like that's from some of the SEC complaint. Regardless, though, just come down here and look at this one. Over 191,000 posts. So this was definitely one of those big penny stock ones. All sorts of Kool-Aid drinkers on it. And right there it is. Oh man, this is good stuff. Let's see. So their press release, February 8th, 2008. Kuskas, whoever that is. So here we go. Classic example. So the former ticker symbol here, before they, redid everything, probably reverse split, all that stuff, was CUCO. And they're announcing, so CUCO, the former ticker symbol, announces letter of intent to merge and appointment of new president and CEO. So let's see, who is this new CEO? So privately held, will be surviving, and hey, look, reincorporating. Man, they love that redirection, a new path. In this case, reincorporating. So they're changing everything around. And then additionally, the company is pleased to announce, they're excited to announce the appointment of Jared, however you say that last name. And remember, that's just the guy we were looking at that was put up on money laundering charges and all that stuff. And, this is where it all started. Post number 1 of this penny, right there, that says it all. Post number 1 of 191,160. Let's just go to the next one. Looks like some people are just posting some more information about the company. Next one. So they're just talking about, here it is. The company's real. Look, they have a website. I'm guessing this website doesn't exist. Yep, there we go. Does not exist. And just go through it and you'll see the penny stock cycle. Oh wait, please be some sort of, darn it, nothing there. So I was hoping that would be like a picture. Anyways, that's what you do. That's how you tackle iHub. Now let's look at posters. Now I'll say any poster it can be followed like this, but I'm just gonna go. Let's look at the top posters, and this is where you'd go. So you go to hot, come down here, most followed members, and again, just I want to use me as an example. So you'd click on that. Okay, I did not know this feature is only available for registered members. Okay, so let's still assume that you're not registered, and let's just go back and I know what we'll do. So actually, let me check something real quick. Again, I don't want to start any drama. Okay, so I was not aware of this. You will need to register. Not a bad thing, as you'll see in the next video. This is actually, the website's a nice tool. If you don't want to register, that's fine. This is only, you can still go through the post. Right now, I'm still logged out as a non-paying member, so you can still go through each of these posts. But if you want to look at people's posting history, that is something that apparently you do need to register for. So I'm going to register or log into my account real quick, and then we can go from there. Okay, I am now logged in, so let's go and try this again. So hot. Most followed, there's nothing like doing something live like that. Anyways, and then gonna use myself, gonna come over. So here's my profile. You can look at people's profiles. And then right there, here's my latest post. So, oh, they deleted. Anyways, so what you would do, you would come here and you can see everybody's posts, and then you can just start to scroll on down, look at their posts, click on them, and just see how they post. Obviously, you're looking at mine, you're thinking, okay, I post a lot of video charts. That is correct. That is what I'm known for. That is, I'm known as a technical chart guy on this website, and that is why I do lots of video charts. I make. Actually, I was. So here, I couldn't help but poke fun. These people were giving me all sorts of garbage yesterday about, oh, he's here, the stock's gonna, the kiss of death, the stock's gonna tank, he's shorting, this is not good, blah, blah, blah. And I shouldn't say everyone, those select few idiots that I now just laugh at. So I came back here. I'll be honest, I knew I was going to do this video today, so I thought I'd poke some fun. So I came and just said, sorry everyone for causing this to tank. Oh wait, tank meaning the price would fall. And then you look over here, and currently the stock is up 37%. And it's amazing. Whenever that happens, none of those idiot posters ever come back and say, hey, I was wrong. So I take that back. Maybe 1 out of every 50 will actually man up. Remember, they're cowards too. They have a little bit of that no life, tough guy in them, where they're cowards. They're never going to admit that they were wrong. But again, just a great example. I did a video, and then today up 37. Oh wait, you can't even see that. Up 37% on the day, so it's pretty funny. But anyways, just kind of a random thing there. But that's what I posted on this one, and that's how you do it. You just click on people's names, and you just scroll on down, and you can go through their posting history, and you try to guess, oh, this person looks like a detective basher. This person is clearly just a loudmouth basher, or a loudmouth pumper. This person is just clearly a bitter basher. I mean, go through, and if you want to try to hone those skills, go for it. Remember, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, because we just need to be able to measure Kool-Aid. But if you want to do that, that's the way you would do it, and a great way to do it. Same with on social media. You can go through people's posting history there. I'm not gonna, this isn't a how-to technical video in terms of how to navigate social media. I just want to show you, give you the overall logic of how you can go and try to, get some practice identifying people if that interests you. Is it required? No. You just need to understand how it all works. But, if you want to dig in a little bit deeper, this is how you would do it. And then finally, for those people out there that are like me, that just give me a picture. I don't feel like doing all that reading. I want something that's efficient, doesn't take a lot of my time. I have other stuff I want to do. If you're like that, then let's just look at some charts, because a picture is worth 1,000 words. So why are charts helpful in this type of case study? Well, fill in the blank here. History tends to blank itself. If you said repeat, good job. I'm assuming you paid attention in history class. So what you want to do is just, let's look at how penny stocks act over a long period of time. Let's see, if there's a common thread, just picture, like I said, worth 1,000 words. So all you got to do is find a free site that provides charts. Look at whatever period of time you're looking at. What are some of the popular ticker symbols out there? And then we want to pull up a chart on them and just look at their long-term past history. So let's go and do that for a few of these ticker symbols. This is stockcharts.com. I'm not receiving any compensation or anything like that for directing you. They do have free charts though, so this is just one option. If you like another site, then by all means go with that. But I just want to show you how to do it from a free member perspective. So this is their front page, and just off the top of my head, I know a popular stock right now is ERBB. So we're gonna pull up that. Now what we want to do, let me rearrange this some, is let's just come down here and make some of these settings. Let me adjust that some more. There we go. So, nothing like trying to go live. Anyways, let's try that again. So down here you can see, and it did it again. All right, I'm gonna stop trying to be a hero. Come down here, and I'm just gonna get rid of these overlays. You don't need to, but I'm just doing it because it'll make the picture a little bit more straightforward. But I will show you a couple of the key things. These you'll want to get rid of too. So just click here, none. And these are all, at least at this point in time, these are the default settings. Here you want to go to type, and you just want to click on solid line. And then you want to go to fill the chart because we're not a paying member, you can go back to 3 years, and you just click on that, and then let's hit update. And then look at this chart. So this is, the past 3 years. Obviously right now, the Kool-Aid is flowing strong, massive run. That's great to see, but just over the course of time, you can see there must have been a nice little Kool-Aid spike, fell back down here, another nice Kool-Aid spike, and it just drifted down into oblivion, and then the cycle started all over again. So I mean, you can, just looking at this, you can see the cycles. The penny stock cycle, pretty obvious, you know. There, it's just very, very obvious to see. Now I come up here, let's see, thinking off the top of my head. So this one was pretty much nothing. Nothing was going on with it, and it just started trading here. It went down, and again, you can see the Kool-Aid is, well, like I said, they're popular stocks right now, so all of these that I pull up are gonna have things like this. The reason I can't pull up, like if I try EESO, they just don't even have that one anymore. But you want to look at, remember, past history, because history tends to repeat itself. That's the whole goal. Let's look at one more. I'm not trying to insult your intelligence. You understand what I'm getting at here. What would be another popular one out there? Okay, the one that people said, you know, and I've been doing video charts on this one for a long time, and you know, for some reason those people think that I cause stocks to go down, yet it just keeps on rocketing up. But just looking back through the history, I mean, you can see there, here's a little bit of Kool-Aid flowage, and then boom, then it went dormant, nobody talking about it, yawn, then started to, you know, here we go, a year later, the cycle has, you know, basically started back over. So, you know, this is telling it all. Just you can do this too if this makes you feel better and gives you a better perspective. But point being, all sorts of things. You can look at the scummy side and get all the details you want from SEC filings. You can get literally from post one, where the company is just announcing, hey, we put in, or we just hired this new CEO. And then you can read all the way through to, you know, him being convicted of money laundering. Or you can just look at a picture. Like I said, I'm a big fan of this because this only takes about 2 seconds to see what's going on. Reading through 191,000 posts, that's going to take a bit of time. I'm not saying this way is better, but I am saying it's much more time friendly and time efficient. And you know, when you have a family like I do, I can't be sitting down here reading through 190,000 posts. As entertaining as that would be, because like I said, it truly is like a real life drama novel that's based on a true story. That just takes a lot of time. That's why I love charts and just looking at, you know, things like this, just because it's a streamlined approach to things. So use these areas. There may be other things out there, but you know, these are the 3 areas that I would start with if you would like some more case studies and really, you know, want to get more into the nitty gritty about the penny stock cycle and, you know, what this whole course has been about. Well, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please do a couple things for me. Hit that like button and leave a comment below, even if you just say thanks. Also, go to claytrader.com/team, and if you want to join my private community that's got all sorts of added benefits, you can learn more at that link, then please join. I'd love to have you. It's very cost effective, and like I said, if you want to surround yourself with other quality, like-minded people such as yourself, then I hope you give it some consideration. But again, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and leave a comment down below.